Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Grantsburg, Wisconsin, the site of a West Lakeland matchup between the Grantsburg Pirates and the Luck Frederic Otters here on a beautiful Tuesday evening. We made it through the apocalyptic storm that never came last night, so congratulations to everybody who survived that, and we're ready to go and play some baseball on a much nicer evening. I know we're making fun of the storms, but last night games got canceled. But here's the West Lakeland Conference standings. Grantsburg alone on top with an unblemished conference record. Clayton Turtle Lake with just the one loss. That was to Grantsburg. Shell Lake is 3-2. Luck Frederic is 2-2, 4-3 overall. The Otters actually were they had a game. I think it was tied 4-4. I think they got through 8, and then they had to stop the game because of dark. So I didn't check, but my guess is that they will finish that game before their next game, and then they meet up again on May 15th. So in a little while they'll finish that one up. But this is the standings, courtesy of wissports.net. Appreciate them for all that they do, not just the standings. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for the two squads. And we'd love to interact with you as the game begins and continues and all that good stuff. Game is about to begin here real shortly. Grantsburg will see, actually let's do Luck Frederic, the Otters. Tony Carter is the coach. Riley Cumming is the pitcher, and he leads things off here. Tate Johnson and then Aiden Johnson, the shortstop and center fielder, will follow. So Caleb Rombach on the hill for Grantsburg, and the first pitch hits the kid in the foot. Not what Caleb was looking for there. So a runner on first to begin the game. Tate Johnson. Caleb has pitched well. And we'll watch Cumming on the base paths here as well. Rombach out of the stretch. And he will throw to first. It's a good snap throw. Diving back is Cumming. Luck Frederic bench. Excited here early on to take on the Pirates. Runner goes, swinging a shot towards right center, and he's going to have third base. Great hit and run, perfect placement, and the cutoff is missed, but Caleb Rombach there, no, it was Caden Matheny backing it up. So a single and a hit batter, and Luck Frederic off to a great start here. 2 pitches in, they've got 2 runners on, and a first and third situation that Grantsburg will have to contend with here. So a nice hit into right center field by Johnson, brings up Aiden Johnson, the center fielder. See if he's taken here, the lefty. As Johnson on first, he'll dive back as Caleb tosses it over. Almost certainly will be running here early. It's Brandon Tyler on deck. Runner goes. Pitch is not a strike, I don't think. Nope, ball 1. All right, so now Caleb has to dig out of a hole here. 3 pitches in, a hit batter, a base hit, and a ball. That's a swing and a foul, and 1 for Caleb finally. One ball and 1 strike. To Aiden Johnson, and here is the pitch. Swing and a miss. Caleb would love to get that first out here. 5 pitches into the game, 2 runners on. And here's the 1-2 to the number 3 batter. Let's see if that works. Cumming checks the runner again and throws over. He's safe. They're doing all right, yeah. Can you kind of just monitor and see? All right, and the pitch. Runner does go that time. It's low. The throw down is non-existent, and that's the second time Grantsburg is gone with no throw down. I think we are back up and running, Dad. And that one is flipped into right field. It's going to be tough, and it does just barely go foul. All right, so I think we've got the internet. For some reason, the Wi-Fi that we rely on down here just went kaput. It was working when we started. Obviously, if you saw the first part of the game, you know that. But we missed a little bit there. I'm not sure when it went down. Thank you to Josie Erickson for coming on down here and telling us about it. And away we go. No balls and 2 strikes. We'll get all that fixed too on the scoreboard in just a second. And good take there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner's on second. Yeah, that's better. 1-1 here in the bottom of the second inning. Nobody out. Bonneville bunt single. And now he's on second after the steal. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And down goes Quintana.
Now batting number 4, Caleb Rombach.
Now Caleb Rombach will try to help his cause here as there's 1 out, runner on second base for Grantsburg. Caleb just 1 hit on the season. And the pitch as the runner goes, that pitch is high. It's a good one to throw down, but safe, and he came off the base. He came off the base. His leg came off the base. Pete says that his hand was on the base the whole time. Brock is on his knees over at third base. And the runner is called out, and Brock still not, looks like he's kind of shaken up. I can, from my angle, from what the umpire saw, we saw the leg come up off the base. I think Pete saw from his angle that maybe Brock's hand stayed on the base on the backside, which was shielded from everything that the ump could see, what I could see. So I get why he called that, and that erases a run and gives Grantsburg their second out. That was a ball called to the batter. So Caleb bats with nobody on now and 2 away. Grantsburg's aggressive base running. That one's a swing and a miss, way flailing outside, and that's strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. You couldn't ask for a better pitch to throw down to third, a high fastball that he was just able to stand up and throw it down to third. That one's ripped, and it's a one-hopper. Good backhand stop. The throw to first is under the glove of Moline. Caleb running the whole way, and he will reach on an error. That was a pretty well-struck ball. Good play to come up with it at second, but the throw is low, and Grantsburg stays alive here in the second inning. A runner on second is Rombach.
Now batting number 21, Levi Anderson.
So now Levi, the number 9 batter, will bat with 2 away. That one swung on and fouled away. That one's a swing and a miss, way flailing outside, and that's strike 1. Cumming trying to get out of a mini jam here. Already got the runner going to third on the steal. Here's the pitch. That's too high, and Caleb will trot on down to third base, and now the Pirates have a runner 90 feet away. 1 ball, 1 strike to Anderson. Levi playing shortstop. Got to be aware of those 2x12s. The ball bounces off the backstop pretty good. That one's fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Can the Pirates get that run across and kind of scrape one together here in the bottom of the second inning? Cumming trying to strike Anderson out here for the third out. He sets, checks the runner, and he comes home. Hit into right field. That might fall, and it does. An RBI single to right field for Levi Anderson. Rombach scores, and the Pirates lead now 2-1. Good two-out hitting there for Levi Anderson. It brings up the top of the order now with Brock Matheny. See how aggressive Grantsburg wants to be on the base paths here. That is a strength they have. Here's the pitch. Ooh. Brock, that one looked like it snuck up on him or something. Just a little hitch in his giddy up on that swing. Swings through strike one. Runner goes. Swinging a foul at a high fastball. Runner will come back to first. He probably bailed Luck Frederic out two different ways. Swung at a high fastball. They're not really throwing down to second base much. Levi would have had an easy stolen base. We'll see if Cumming brings it over to first on this one. The 0-2 coming up. And he's going to go for it. That's ripped into center field. Good two-strike hitting for the Pirates here. Back-to-back singles with two strikes, and the inning will continue. Brock Matheny stroking one out to center field. And now those runners on first and second with two outs. One run has scored, and now Dane Lozier. Runner's going to go to third, and he is out at third! Just trying to catch Luck Frederic napping. They get him at third. Two outs at third base in this inning for the Pirates. At the end of two full, it's Grantsburg 2, Luck Frederic 1. You're watching it here on We Are Grantsburg.
Physical Therapy and Balance Center offers professional staff that work and live in the community. With state-of-the-art technology, we help you regain confidence and independence. We are a physical therapy facility that also offers many other recovery services, including fall prevention, balance training, and dizziness disorder treatment. You have a choice in your physical therapy. Call us today so that we can help you love your life. Spelled differently because we are different.
Oh, mama. Maybe a little bit of pent-up emotion there from me on the end, that last play there. It's been a long day, folks. It's been a long day. But Grantsburg does score a run and takes a 2-1 lead here into the top of the third inning. Yeah, okay, so it's the top of the order for the Otters. Just trying to find, I think I closed my, darn it. I took a picture of the lineup. I think I closed it. There we go. So it'll be Riley Cumming, Tate Johnson, and Aiden Johnson. Riley hit by a pitch, the very first pitch of the game. Tate Johnson ripped the next one into right center field. I don't know if it was a called hit and run, but the runner had gone, the hit was perfectly executed right into right center field, so easily getting to third was Cumming. And then, Grantsburg did end up, the Otters did score a run in that first inning. Grantsburg did get one out at the plate. Here's the pitch. Grounder back to third. Tough play. Norman across his body and picked up, and he's out at first. Good throw by Norman Jensen and a good pick by Caden Matheny at first base, and there's one away. And not to mention good hustle by Riley coming down the line.
Batters number 5, Tate Johnson.
Really good baseball play there. That time Grantsburg got the best of it, and there's one out. Now Tate has seen one pitch. He put it into right field. Second pitch he sees breaks in there, kind of backdoors him. He was twisting to get out of the way, but Caleb brought it back, and it's a strike. 0-1. And Caleb comes back to the curveball and hits him square in the small of the back. How many strikeouts does Caleb have? More strikeouts than hit batters? Huh? 3 strikeouts and hit batters for Caleb Rombach here tonight. Johnson is the one who scored for Luck in the top of the first. Throwback to first. Safe at first. And the pitch. Strike. So really, Caleb has been pitching quite well outside of hitting the guy, two guys now. Throw to first. Oh, there was a timeout. There was a timeout. That's what. It was a timeout. Time was out. That's what I think Caleb tried to hold on to the ball and then he threw it into right field a little bit. But the time had been called by the batter. So everything goes back. Nothing happened. There's nothing to see here. No balls, one strike to the batter, Johnson. Here's the pitch. Outside. That might have, it looked good height-wise, but I saw Riker move to his left. So it clearly didn't hit the spot, the target that Riker had up. And the pitch, that one's ripped. Caught by the second baseman. Levi with all day turns and fires. And the double play. Ryder Anderson makes the play. The runner had fallen down. And pitcher's best friend, a double play. Levi catching the scorcher off of Johnson. And then doubling off Tate at first base. He had visions of maybe coming around to third base on that screamer, but Ryder Anderson playing a good second base. We saw some good defense there from Grantsburg. Norman Jensen at third, Caden Matheny picking it out of the dirt on that first out, and then that double play twist, and Caden had to come up with another good pick at first base. So Grantsburg's defense showing off a little bit in the top of the third inning, and that is going to do it for Luck Frederic. They get a runner aboard, but can't get him any farther, and it's still 2-1 Grantsburg. And we will take a quick break and be back right after this from our sponsor. All right, everybody. That was a fun little inning. We had good defense. Caleb pitching well outside of when he hits guys. So there's that. You take the good with the bad, I guess.
Leading off, number 8, Dane Lozier.
And now Dane Lozier, the number 2 batter. He was up when Grantsburg got out on third for the second time in the second inning. And he will take ball 1. And the pitch. Oh, that's in the... Oh! That was picked off of the catcher's shoe tops, but called a strike. That was a heck of a breaking ball. And here we go. Coming up, or excuse me, it's 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. That one's too high to Dane Lozier. Hey, it looks like we've got people back watching the stream. Sorry about that, folks. Our internet went down here at the field. Thankfully, Verizon's working, so we're going off my phone's hotspot. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Really slowed things down. Kind of hung a breaking ball, which you don't really want to do, but Dane unable to connect with that one. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cummings gone the whole way. This will be his 33rd pitch. Just missing. A little bit inside it looked like, and it's a full count now to Dane Lozier. Dane, the leadoff batter. He'll be followed by Riker Stelsel, then Caden Matheny here in the bottom of the third. Here's the payoff pitch. Ripped Another solid knock for Grantsburg, and this is by far the best we've seen Grantsburg's sticks this year. We've seen 3 similar hits for Grantsburg lined into just center field or right center field, and the Pirates have a runner on. And every time it's been with 2. Did he have 2 strikes? He did. That was a payoff pitch. Good 2-strike hitting here for Grantsburg. Dane gets a healthy lead at first base. Let's see if Cumming takes a look over, and he does. The throw over, not in time. Stelsel has a hit, kind of a seeing eye one through the left side. Runner stays, and the ball is called a strike. So the first pitch is a strike to Stelsel. Cummings sets. Now he's going to throw to first. Not in time. Looked like Dane did kind of lean the wrong way, and here comes a ball from the JV game. So Pete retrieves the ball, then gives the signs. No balls and 1 strike to Riker. And Dane goes. Good jump. Fly ball, though, to left field. And that's maybe going to fall in there. It does, but it is foul. Good base running. I was kind of watching Dane there. He was going to go all the way back to first, and then he stopped and just waited to see what would happen with the ball. It was pulled down the line for Riker. Not sure how far foul that landed, but good base running by Dane, who was going on the pitch. See if he does again. No balls, 2 strikes. Good lead for Lozier. Cumming, thinking about it. Now he's going to go home. That's in the dirt. Actually, we've seen that. That was almost exactly the same as a strike call against Dane, so Riker has to be aware of that one, make sure he's protecting the plate, but he does draw ball 1. A little less of a lead here for Dane. And he goes. The pitch is in the dirt, bounces, and Dane safe at third. He did take a pretty good turn because the ball bounced. It was a good block there by Carter to stop Dane from taking another base. So now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 to Stelsel. Sticks his bat out there, moves the runner. Moline up with the ball. The race to the base is won by Blake. And Lozier will attain third. So productive out there for Grantsburg. And there's one away, a runner at third base. And Caden Matheny, who spanked the ball last time he was up.
Caden Matheny.
He hit it hard but foul, and then it was a suicide squeeze, and he's in the exact same spot here, and now a timeout called. I'm not sure who called it, but the home plate umpire calls for time. No suicide this time. Fouled into the ground for Caden. It's strike 1. 0-1. Corners are in. Looking at Lozier at third. He takes off. And he missed the bunt. Throw is over the player and into left field. So Grantsburg walks out. No pun intended, and scores the run there on the error. I actually missed watching Caden. I was watching the runner. I didn't see, did Caden just totally whiff at it? So he's 1 for 2 on suicide squeezes, and now there's, again, Grantsburg really lucking out on that one. A bad throw down to third over the head. And really the fielder, I don't know which fielder it was, maybe the third baseman, was in about a third of the way down the line. So honestly, like, you generally don't want to see that. You want to run the runner back to the base. And I think there was just some confusion on the run down there for Luck Frederic. But Grantsburg will take it. They now lead 3-1. Nothing in 2 here to Matheny. And Grantsburg has been hitting the ball well with 2 strikes. Let's see if Caden continues it. He does not. He swings and misses at a nice breaking ball from Cumming, and there's 1 away. Check that, 2 away. And that brings up Ryder Anderson.
22, Ryder Anderson.
So the Pirates scrape together 1 run here, trying to keep it together, keep it going here with 2 outs. Check swing, called strike anyway. Probably a good one to check up on. Good pitch there, breaking, hits the outside part of the plate. Not going to be able to hit that too well anyway. So you sacrifice a strike call. That one's in the dirt, 1-1. You can be a little choosier earlier in the count, try to pick something out that you really like. So far, Ryder hasn't liked either one. Yeah, Ryder hit the ball hard last time up, but was the 3rd out. That one's too high. 3rd out of the 1st inning. Grantsburg sent 5 to the plate, scored 1 run. Grantsburg scored a run in each inning, isn't that right, Dad? Yep, 1 run in each inning. And it was Dane Lozier twice. Here's the pitch. That one's hit sharply on the ground to second base. Up with it, and the throw over is on target and on time for the 3rd out. Good play by the second baseman Brandon Tyler over to Nate Moline. Not Nate, Blake Moline, I know that. And at the end of 3, Grantsburg leads it 3-1. You're watching it here on We Are Grantsburg.
At Burnett Medical Center, we celebrate all walks of life. First stepping strides, from on-the-job site to afterlife retirement. At BMC, we embrace every pair of feet that walks through our doors. Our comprehensive care knows no bounds. It's for the newborns, the professionals, the adventurers, and those who've traveled many miles. We're here to support you. Your journey is unique, and so is our approach to your well-being. Step into BMC, where comprehensive healthcare meets compassion. Burnett Medical Center, providing healthcare for all walks of life.
So here are the standings once again. Grantsburg trying to stay undefeated in the conference. Luck Frederic trying to get above 500. They do have a tie game right now that's still in progress against Shell Lake. And they'll make that up sometime here. Not make it up, but finish it. I think it was the end of the 8th. I was watching it, and they ended it after. I think it was the 8th inning. It might have been the 7th inning. But regardless, they'll pick that up where they left off, since it was a tie game. Had one of the teams been ahead, it was an official game. But since it was tied up, they got to finish it off at some point.
Leading off the Otters, number 12, Brandon Tyler.
So it's the number 4 batter, Brandon Tyler, batting, then Blake Moline and Mason Carter, 4, 5, 6 in the order. That one is high. Tyler struck out in the 1st inning. That's a grounder towards second. Picked up nicely by Anderson. Sorry, I didn't quite get over there in time. Good play by Ryder Anderson. It's a 4-3 put out, and there's 1 away. Second batted ball to Ryder. The last one was a hot shot, line drive that he ranged a little bit to his right, caught backhanded, and then made a pretty good throw to first to double off the runner and end the inning on a double play. That's a strike. Good ball movement there from Rombach. Caleb, I think, has 3 strikeouts. 1 in the first, 2 in the second, none in the third, but it was a 1-2-3 inning kind of last inning. He did hit a guy, but he was erased on the double play. 1 ball, 1 strike, and extended look down to the base coach, and now Molina's ready. Fly ball, right field, and Brock Bonneville there. I think that's the 3rd fly ball out for Grantsburg today, and there's 2 outs.
Next batter is number 8, Mason Carter.
And now Mason Carter bats. And Caleb doesn't hit him, but it is ball 1. I'm sarcastic, Dad, right now. Caleb works very fast when he's out of the windup, but he misses the second one high as well. So 2 pitches high. Caleb's ready to go, though, on top of the mound. Here's the pitch. That's a strike. Oh, just outside. He had the height, but it misses outside. So almost a certain take here from Carter. And he walks, a 4-pitch walk. Pitch number 3 was competitive. The other 3 were not. And now another base runner for Luck Frederic. I think they've had a base runner every inning. They have. But the Pirates have only given up 1 run. Big lead at first. And he's going to go. Fouled away, spoiling a stolen base. And he'll come back to first. A little bit of a late break there. A little late jump from Johnson. Caleb does have a slide step. He didn't use it that time, though. See if he comes back with it. Huge lead at first. Caleb checks, now sets, and he'll come home. Fly ball, right field. Bonneville is there, and the inning comes to an end. Another fly ball out. Grantsburg's defense doing the job, the pitching getting things done, and another runner on, but not able to advance from first. That was the 50th pitch for Caleb through 4 innings. So good for him, good efficiency for both players, really. Caleb's at 50, and Cumming is at 46, yet he has the half inning left to go. So let's say thank you one more time to Northwood Tech. Here you go.
My career journey started at Northwood Technical College. I'm a business management graduate, and I'm proud of my education here. I transferred to a 4-year college where I earned a bachelor's in management, then went on to law school. I'm now an attorney and chief operating officer of a sovereign nation wealth fund. I work remotely across the country providing business resources for 2 tribes. I chose to start my education at Northwood Tech because I could earn credits towards my bachelor's. All associate degrees have a 4-year path. Choose your path and experience success.
All right, back here in Grantsburg, we've got a good game going. 3-1. Grantsburg scored 1 run in their first 3 innings. Luck Frederic scored 1 run in the first inning. Okay, it's just a gorgeous night out here tonight. Blue skies, not a cloud in sight. Temperature is reasonable. The wind is as such. It is blowing in from right field a little bit, but we're not having to duct tape things down to the platform here today, so that's good news. Nick says, "Hi, Bobby." Hi, Nicky Poo. Don't know when he sent that, if he's still watching or not. I know they're, I think he's at a track meet, the Grantsburg track. It is a new pitcher in the game, though, for Luck Frederic. It is Brandon Tyler. So Tyler on the mound now. See if I can spot where Cumming
Leading off
went.
from Pirates number 27, Brock Bonneville.
Well, Tyler was playing second, and that is, I think, where I can't see his number, but I think that's coming. Yeah, I think they just maybe not. Nope, it isn't. Maybe he's playing third. We'll figure it out. Here's the pitch from Tyler. Caught the corner, low and away. Strike one. Can see a little bit more fire. Fastball from Tyler. So a change of pace. Tyler sets, and he comes home. That one inside, ball one. That one was, he wanted to break off, but lost it a little early. Bonneville gets out of the way. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tyler sets and pitches. Swung through by Bonneville. Good heat on that one from Tyler. Bonneville, the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 4th. Swinging a foul, and we'll do it again. So now it's Tate Johnson at second. He was at short, so maybe that's where Cumming went to short. And the 1-2 again. Check swing. Foul ball. Okay, foul ball. Foul ball, and we'll do it again once again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, excuse me. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Bonneville. And Rombach is up next. Or no, excuse me, it's Quintana up next, then Rombach. 6, 7, 8. Swing and a miss. Good heat there by Tyler. And there's one away.
Now batting number 50, Henry Quintana.
Grantsburg leads 3-1. Again, they've scored 1 run in each inning. Quintana, the DH for Norman Jensen, who had a nice play at third earlier. Here's the pitch. That one's roped, and it finds its way into right field. And that is a solid knock for Henry Quintana, and the Pirates have a runner aboard.
Next batter's number 4, Caleb Rombach.
And now Caleb will give it a shot here against Tyler with 1 away. Quintana not the most fleet of foot, but still decent speed at first. The throw back to first, not in time. Really hadn't even gotten into his lead yet. Now everything seems set. Tyler taking a long time getting the signs. Now he sets. And the runner stays. That ball is missed inside. Now he goes. That's going to be trouble. The throw down to second is a little bit high. A little bit of a lollipop down there. I don't know. And now Henry is able to get into second. And the count is 1-0 to Rombach. So runner in scoring position with 1 away. Tyler pitches. That one catches the corner. Caleb likes that call when he's pitching, but not as much when he's hitting. Count is even 1-1. Quintana with the lead at second. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Caleb hit the ball hard last time up. Ended up getting to second on an error. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. Tyler checks the runner at second. Now looks home. Here comes the pitch. Pounded into the ground. Tyler with an athletic play. An over-the-shoulder catch. If that lands on the ground, Caleb certainly beats that one out. So a good play by Tyler to get that one and record the out. Runner does advance. And there's 2 outs.
Next batter's number 21.
Yeah, excellent defensive play off the mound, playing his position. Had to kind of catch that one over his shoulder, then made a nice toss to first, but Yeah, otherwise that's an infield single. We're talking about different things here. That one's in the dirt to Levi Anderson, ball one. Levi had a 2-strike hit his first time up. Now he has a runner on third to try to score. 1 ball and no strikes here. And the pitch from Tyler. That one is roped. That's going to be tough to catch. And not able to come up with it. That is going to be a single for Anderson. Great effort. And there we found him. Coming is out in center field. The wind is blowing it just a titch from right field and may have knocked it down just enough for Levi Anderson and the Grantsburg Pirates, who now take a 4-1 lead. They've scored 1 run in each inning. I like that kind of, symmetry. And Levi now takes his place at first base. That is a strike. He's really good at hitting that spot, low and away. Low outside strike, I should say. I'm sure that crossed the plate. This is Brock Matheny. Tyler sets, runner goes, pitches in the dirt, but he swings at it anyhow. That's going to be a strike, and it's 0-2 to Matheny. Brock grounded to shortstop to start the game, and he hit a single in the second inning. No, runner on second. That is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Levi Anderson on second after the stolen base. Can they get another insurance run here? They lead 4-1. Tyler pitches. That one is kind of fisted up the middle, and that will squeeze out into center field. Squeak out there, and it's enough with the runner going to get him around. And Grantsburg scores again, 5-1 here in the bottom of the fourth. They've erupted for 2 runs in this inning.
Number 8, Dane Lozier.
And now Dane Lozier will bat. Dane, let's see, was hit by a pitch, stole a base, and scored a run. The throw to first not in time in the first inning. In the second inning, he reached on and, what's this? Oh, he singled. A wild pitch, error, yeah, that's right. Good base running by Dane, actually, in that whole sequence once he got on base. Now Brock Matheny at first. Runner goes. Strike is taken. The throw down is not going to make it in time, and Grantsburg gets another stolen base. They're going to keep stealing second base, and they've tried to steal third a couple of times. Ball was called the pitch was called a strike, so it's 0-1. But a good sacrifice of the pitch to get your guy down to second base. Tyler's pitch, going away. He's going to try to take third, and he will. Safe at third. So 2 stolen bases in a row, but comes at a cost. It's 2 strikes now to Dane Lozier. But again, Grantsburg gets a runner to third. Of course, they'd love to get that third run of the inning in here in the fourth. The pitch just outside. Good fastball, just missing. Tyler ready again. The pitch. Hit into right field. Is it over his head? It is. It is. It's past the right fielder. And Dane drives in a run. He's to second. He's going to try third. The ball gets in. The throw to third as Dane turns and looks is not in time. A triple for Dane Lozier. And the Pirates are rolling here in the fourth inning. You tell your guys don't turn around in that situation and look for where the ball is. Trust your third base coach, but Dane took a peek, but it worked out just fine. And now a meeting at the mound for the Otters. Grantsburg has had 6 players. This will be the 7th player come to the plate for Grantsburg. It'll be Caden Matheny. So Dane with a good stroke there. And Grantsburg, we were talking during the break, my dad and I, just how Grantsburg's actually squaring up the baseball on the bat. It's a tough thing to do, and they haven't really done it all year, but tonight they have a lot of hits. Everybody kind of getting in on the hit parade. Maybe can you look at that, see how many how many different guys have gotten hits, Dad? Because it's kind of a lot. Maybe 6 or 7 different players with hits. Here comes Riker Stelzel, who got the first hit for Grantsburg in the game. 2 outs, so the squeeze is almost certainly off the menu. And here's the pitch. Hit into left center, left field more, and it is caught. Another well-stung ball by a Pirate. But that one to the left fielder out there, that is Skylar Welch. He's made the last out of a couple of innings. And but Grantsburg does get 3 across here in the 4th inning. A great inning for Grantsburg as they take a 6-1 lead. And looks like Caleb is coming out for his 5th inning of work. He only has 50 pitches, which is very efficient. He had 93 through 6 last time out. So he's ahead of the game now. What's that?
6 people have hit, and they've all been multiple hits.
6 guys have gotten a hit, and then what'd you say?
Brock has 2.
Brock has 2. Dane has 2.
1 for Kessel.
Riker has 1. Brock has a bunt hit, I think. Yep. Quintana gets a hit last time up. Yep.
1, 2 for the
And Levi has 2 hits. So what is that, like 9 hits from 6 guys? Wow. Pete will take that any day of the week. And the Pirates lead 6-1 here as we head to the top of the 5th. And let's see, it looks like 8-9 top, Dad. So Alex Chanel, Skylar Welch, and Riley Cumming will come to the plate for Luck Frederic. Alex was hit by a pitch and stole a base and was stranded at second with 2 out. He did all that with 2 outs. And Skylar flew out to left field in his first at-bat. 6-1 here as Grantsburg tries to stay atop the West Lakeland Conference.
Leading off for the honors, number 7.
Caleb has pitched very well. He's hit 2 guys. Those are obvious blemishes, but other than that, he's been good. And there's strike 1 with his 51st pitch. So 10 pitches per, 12 pitches per inning, basically. Really good efficiency. That one catches the bottom of the knees for strike 2. Consistency from the ump, that's all you ask for, and that time a low strike called, and the 0-2 tries to climb the ladder but throws ball 1 with some heat behind it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2, swing and a miss, and Caleb notches another strikeout. I think that's only his 4th strikeout of the night, but gets it to against the leadoff guy here in the 5th. Now Skylar Welch. Welch flew out to Brock Matheny in the 2nd. Strike 1. Caleb rearing back and firing. Good fastball from the youngster, just a sophomore, and he's ready on the hill. That one's low, ball 1. Caleb back up, and the pitch, high and away, ball 2. Had to go retrieve the ball from on that last return. Kind of took him out of his rhythm a little, see if he can get it back. 2 balls, 1 strike. He does, grounder, and that's foul, 2-2. Riley coming on deck. Leadoff batter for them. He was hit by a pitch and grounded out to third. That really nice play by Norman at third base. Just outside, ball 3. Full count now. To Welch. Caleb slows it down just a bit. Fires it high, but it's popped up. Might have been ball 4, but Norman Jensen will say out number 2. And the Pirates are 1 out away from getting to bat again. Now Riley Cummings, 0 for 1, hit by a pitch. He was thrown out at home in the first inning. That one's well outside. You know, hitting a guy or two isn't the worst thing, I guess. You keep the batters on their toes. That one wildly outside. Good job by Riker, and that one too high. So Caleb struggling a bit here, and that's his 12th pitch of the inning. That's right where he normally has been on average. Here's the 2-0. Grounder, and played up by Norman. Norman's throw to first. No problem from Norman Jensen. He has really come a long ways with his throwing. That was fired over to first base, and a 5-3 putout ends the inning, a 1-2-3 inning for Grantsburg. And after all, I'm talking about pitch count. Caleb only pitched 13 pitches there, stays right on his pace for the game. So he's pitching well. The defense behind him has been stellar, and the bats have come alive a little bit here against a good luck Frederic team as Brandon Tyler comes back to pitch his second inning of work. 22 pitches for him in that fourth inning. He was pitching a lot of strikes. It was Grantsburg putting the bat on the ball primarily in that last inning. It'll be Caden. Is it Caden, Dad? Caden, Ryder, and Brock Bonneville for the Pirates. Nick says he's at track in Baldwin. Congratulations to Nick's daughter, Abby. She is the prom queen. And Josh Hartke, the prom king for Grantsburg. Yep.
Leading off for Pirates, number 2, Caden Matheny.
All right, so Caden Matheny will lead things off for the Pirates and try to get some more insurance here, up by 5 as we are in the bottom of the 5th inning. The pitch, low and away. That one's lifted high to left field, and it will be caught. A little bit of dancing out there, but Welch comes up with his third putout of the night. Or somebody say, Skyler, 2 hands under it. I don't know. I think the wind may have messed it up. Maybe he had some spin on the ball. But regardless, he came up with it, and there's one away. Ryder Anderson will bat now. Ryder takes strike 1. Ryder has had a good game in the field. He flew out to left field in the first inning, grounded out in the third to second. Here's the pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Really slow. Tough hop throw to first. In time. Plenty of juice on that one. And there's 2 away. Ryder would have been safe had he had his skates on, and those were ice, but good play at shortstop, and I don't think we caught who was actually playing shortstop now with the pitching change, but the pitch, swinging a foul, straight back. The pitch, caught that corner, strike 2. And the pitch, strike 3, looking for Bonneville, and that does it for the Pirates. 3 up and 3 down for Tyler and the Otters. Only took him 7 pitches that inning. And that is going to do it for Grants. We're going to take a quick break and be back right after this. All right, it's the end of the 5th inning. We head to the top of the 6th. And what did you say, Dad? Is it 2, 3, 4? Yeah. Tate Johnson, Aiden Johnson, and Brandon Tyler. 2, 3, 4 batters coming up. We took a quick break there so I could check my DMs on Twitter. I had a heck of a day today. Woke up to find out that we were having some something with YouTube that they didn't like something that we were doing, and just resolving those issues has been a bit of a bear. But the cool thing is their team is working on it. I'm talking to an actual live person, which is not normal. So just a quick commercial so I could check that stuff out. Caleb Baumbach out there. He has 63 pitches here through 5 innings. Quite efficient. Now he's bad against the 2, 3, 4 guys. 3rd time through the lineup for Luck Frederic. A little high. Ump's been pretty consistent. Has called a low strike zone, not high stuff. No complaints about the umpires tonight. And Luck Frederic has noticed that Caleb likes to get on the mound and pitch quickly, so they've been calling a few timeouts later in the game. Here's the 1-0. Grounder, second base, and Ryder is there, scoops it up, tosses it over, and there's one away. Aiden Johnson is,
14, Aiden Johnson.
what is that, a triple? No, not sure how he got on base. Fielder's choice, that's right. He's the one who grounded it to the pitcher. That one's ripped into right center field. No chance on this one. And he's going to be running for a minute. Johnson looking at third. The ball's picked up. And we'll take a look here. The throw is not going to be in time. Ripped a triple. Aiden Johnson. And things are humming there for the young man. Hardest hit ball for sure for Luck Frederic tonight, and they're in business. Runner on third base with 1 out.
Now batting number 12, Brandon Tyler.
And Brandon Tyler bats now. Brandon struck out swinging in the 1st and grounded to second base in the 4th. Ground ball towards short. They're going to go. He's going to go home. Not the play. He is safe at home. That's not the play there. Up by 5 runs. You take that second out at first base and live with it. Now the run does score, and the runner goes to first. And just a situational error there for Grantsburg. The throw was close. It was close to getting at home plate, but it doesn't. And still 1 out. Run comes across, and
Next batter's number 3.
Tyler is on first base with a fielder's choice again. Blake Moline now bats. Blake can hit the ball hard too. Yeah, they didn't call for infield in or anything at that point. The runner going to go, and the throw down is not in time. And a stolen base for Luck Frederic. The pitch was a ball. 1 ball and no strikes here to Moline. Low and away, ball 2. First base open, so probably don't want to give Blake anything too fat here. And the pitch popped foul and out of play. And it could, very close to hitting a gaggle of kids. 2-1. Caleb pitches. Somehow, he hit the guy, and that's the 3rd hit batter for Rombach. And Pete Johnson comes out of the dugout just to retrieve the ball. I guess not the worst thing there, but
Now batting number 8, base runner.
3 hit batters in the game, and now there's runners on first and second with 1 out. It does put the double play back in play for Grantsburg. Caleb will pitch from the stretch here, and he'll throw to second. He may have him. He does. And he's out at second, looking back at first. Good play by Caleb and Ryder there. Good pickoff. Got him leaning, and the runner is erased. So there's 2 away now. Runner on first. And the pitch. Snap throw, and he is safe. He missed the tag. It was a pretty good throw, but took Caden off the base. Ball 1. Moline with the lead at first base. Stays. Fouled away, 1-1. This is Mason Carter batting. Mason struck out in the second, walked in the fourth. Is that Caleb's only walk? I think it is. It was a 4-pitch walk, in fact. Caleb checks the runner at first. Moline does not go. Another throw down to first. He is safe. Pitch called a strike. It's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Luck Frederic has scored a run, but they were also picked off at second. Here's the 1-2 from Rombach. High, not competitive. Luck Frederic's done a good job kind of laying off stuff outside of the zone. I haven't seen him really flailing at anything. That's the mark of a well-coached and disciplined team. Rombach sets the 2-2. Swing and a miss, and Grantsburg gets out of it. Give up a triple. That guy ended up scoring. But the Pirates only give up the 1 run on 1 hit, I think, and 1 left on base. Was it just 1 hit, Dad? 5 guys come to the plate. That's the most since the first inning. Yeah, the triple was the only hit. Yeah, it's only 1 hit in the inning. Otherwise, it was a hit by pitch, fielder's choice, and that's it. So that is it here in the 6th, top of the 6th. We've got a fun game. Grantsburg has a 6-2 lead. We've seen some really good defense, good pitching, and Grantsburg's put the bat on the ball here tonight. Yeah. That was Caleb's 76th pitch. So the rules are, if you pitch under 75, you can pitch, like, I think you need 3 days rest. If you're over 75, you need like 4 days rest or something like that. I should really look at that. So now Caleb is up over 75. So my guess is he's pitching well. He'll probably stay in the game and try to complete this game himself. He has 24 pitches before he has to come out of the game. He hasn't had to pitch 24. In fact, that inning was, again, 13 pitches for Caleb. So good job by him and the defense here tonight. I think he only has 4 or 5 strikeouts, which is good. We've seen him strike out 9 guys in 6 innings, so Luck Frederic doing a good job. But the defense for Grantsburg has been, for the most part, really good. The only thing I can think of is kind of a mental error throwing home there from deep short instead of taking the out at first. But the Pirates did end up erasing that runner at second on the pickoff later in the inning. So 5 strikeouts? All right, Caleb has 5 strikeouts.
Leading off for the Pirates, number 50, Henry Quintana.
So it'll be Quintana, Rombach, and Levi Anderson for Grantsburg. 7, 8, 9 batters for the Pirates, and what they hope is their last at-bats. Brandon Tyler out there had a rough first inning out, a good second inning out, and this one's going to end with just kind of a bloop behind second, but it'll be enough for a base hit for Henry Quintana, his second hit of the evening. And the Pirates have the leadoff batter on here on first. See if they stay aggressive on the base paths, up by 4 here in the bottom of the 6th. Quintana
Batter number 4.
already has a stolen base. We'll see if he goes again. Tyler taking a look before he sets. Quintana with a modest lead, doesn't take any more, and the throw over is Not in time. Usually you take kind of that first lead, and then when he sets, you maybe try to get a little bit farther off the base. That time Quintana just stayed put both times, like here. Now he sets, maybe take a little bit more, but he doesn't. And he's going to go. That ball is inside. Caleb takes. The throw down to second is not in time. Quintana's in with a stolen base. The pitch was called a strike. Excuse me. I'll get that fixed here. No ball is one strike to Rombach. Took that one so Quintana could take second. Tyler pitches. Caught that corner. Good pitch by Brandon Tyler. Now Caleb in a hole, 0-2. Nobody out. Love to see Caleb put the bat on the ball here as his father, not as a commentator. Take strike 3 on the outside corner. That's what we didn't want to see. He just saw that pitch, the pitch previous, and that time he let it go for strike 3. He's not going to be happy about that. He's pitched really well, and that's something he's got in his corner. Now Levi Anderson. Anderson has a couple of, or one hit at least in the game. 2 hits for Levi Anderson. Thank you, Dad. Here's the pitch. Wow, Tyler's just grooving that thing right in that same spot. 3 pitches in a row for 3 strikes in a row. It's 0-1. See if Grantsburg gets aggressive on the base paths here with 1 out. Quintana stays put. That one's low and away. Ball 1. Good stop behind the plate. Mason Carter moves his feet and makes the stop. 1-1. Throw back to second. Not in time. Good catch there by second baseman Schmidt to keep that from going in the outfield. It was a good throw. He was over there and made the catch. Fouled away. Strike 2. I believe Levi's gotten a 2-strike hit, maybe a couple of them. Here's the 2-strike pitch, ground ball up the middle, played by the shortstop. The throw to first is in time, and that will get the out. Runner advances to third base. That's Quintana. And who was it at shortstop? It's not Johnson anymore. It might be Aiden Johnson at short. I think it is, because Cumming went out to center field, which is where Johnson was. Here's the pitch outside by Brock Matheny, now batting with a runner at third base, trying to get that one more insurance run across. 2 hits for Matheny on the night. And the pitch just missing. We have seen that called a strike before. That one probably a little too far outside. 2 balls and no strike. Hitters count here to Brock Matheny. Oh, that was on a tee, and he let it go for strike 1. 2 balls and a strike to Matheny. Quintana on third. Lots of ways to score from third, not as many with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. High and outside, 3-1. And Tyler trying to get out of a bit of a jam here with 2 outs. He's a strike away. Here's the pitch. Grounder first, deep second, what a play! The throw to first. Oh, great play by the Otters to get Brock Matheny and save a run. Driving to his left and making the grab. Let's see, who went in? Who was that masked man? It wasn't, who was it? I think it was Tate Johnson. Yeah, I think it was Tate Johnson with the play there. Beautiful play. We have seen some weather here tonight, folks. That was a good one, and that is it for the Pirates. Can't get a run across in the 6th inning. And in the 7th, Caleb Rombach will come out to try to finish things off here. We'll keep an eye on his pitch count. He's been cruising through 6. Batting for Luck Frederic is the 7, 8, 9 guys who are combined 0-4-5. One guy did get hit. 2 strikeouts mixed in there as well. So if Caleb can keep pitching strikes, not lose anything out of the zone, I would expect him to pitch a lot of fastballs here in this 7th inning and try to come away with a complete game win. Again, 5 strikeouts, that's nice, but the defense has been really, really good. The GOAT of the game, that's going to be a tough one, Dad. Think about the GOAT. Yeah, it's got to be on Grantsburg's team, and that's true. Luck Frederic down to their last 3 outs. They've had some stellar play as well. Caleb is in contention. He didn't do as much. He didn't do much at the plate. I think we could probably look at some other guys. Actually, a lot of guys in contention here for Grantsburg. That's ball 1. I mean, Caden has made a couple of really nice scoops at first base to get outs. Caleb quickly on the mound. Swung on, fouled away, out of play. 1-1. Dane Lozier has hit the ball well. Brock Matheny, 2. Levi Anderson. Man, Ryder Anderson with a good hitting and leather. Swing and a miss. Not sure if they said it was a strike on the swing or if it was just a strike called. That was close. That one we have seen again. And that is ball 2. That was awfully close to strike 3, but living again is Schmidt. Here is a timeout as he didn't like the pace Caleb was going at. So Luck Frederic has used that a few times. Smart ball playing. Rombach deals the 2-2. Got him. Strike 3. 6 strikeouts for Caleb, 81 pitches.
Sorry, that was Austin Schmidt. This is Alex Chanel.
Alex Chanel now bats. Alex 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch, stole second base, and then struck out last time up. That's too high and away. Rombach ready, likes the sign, and delivers. Strike 1, swing and a miss. Good cut there by Chanel, comes up empty, it's 1-1. And it's 1-2, good pitch on the outside corner. Found the Brandon Tyler spot there. And working ahead and working quickly, the 1-2. Swing and a miss. And he likes keeping the batters off balance. That's now 7 strikeouts for Caleb. His best is 9 last time he got the start. He got the win over Clayton Turtle Lake.
Connor Welch.
Through 6 innings, and now Skylar Welch will bat the last out potentially for the Pirates coming up. Takes a quick meeting with the third base coach, Coach Carter. Caleb's been ready on the mound, on the rubber, and here we go. The pitch, outside, ball 1. Make him pitch to you. The pitch, ball 2. So a little delay. You know, Caleb's at a fast pace out there. Anything to kind of mess up the pace, mess up his rhythm has sort of helped. 3 straight balls away to the number 9 batter. So this will be an automatic take. See if Caleb gets the old automatic strike here. Or last time he was in this situation, it was a 4-pitch walk. He tried to guide that one in there for ball 4. So the game continues. Caleb up to 89 pitches now. So now we got to kind of look at that pitch count. 89 pitches. He can pitch 100 pitches in a game. And he can finish a batter who he starts. Meaning if he pitches 100 pitches or hits 100 pitches during an at-bat, he can finish the player who's batting. Tried to erase the runner at first. Welch back safely. And here comes Caleb home. That's a strike. So probably waiting to see a strike, trying to get Caleb's pitch count up there a bit. That's 90 pitches for Rombach. Out of the stretch and a timeout called. I've seen that, like I said, a few times. Even Caleb out of the stretch pitches pretty rapidly. Runner on first doesn't mean anything in the game, so here comes the pitch home. Swing and a miss, and Caleb with a chance to finish it off himself here with strikeout number 9. And if he gets it, that will give him the GOAT, even though he didn't hit that well. The pitch, not close. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I like the idea. He's just got to be more competitive with that 0-2 pitch. Now he'll come back with a fastball for a strike. Shouldn't throw any junk, don't need it. Here's the pitch. Fly ball. This might keep the game going. It lands in front of center fielder Dane Lazier and a 2-strike hit. 92 pitches now for Caleb. A walk and a hit. And now it's Tate Johnson. And Tate singled and scored in the first, was hit by a pitch in the third, and grounded out to second in the 6th. So now a little bit of concern, not for the game, but to see if we're going to get out of here. Another pickoff, and he is out at second. Sorry, I didn't move it quick enough. And the game ends with another. Caleb has picked off 2 guys at second base. That one ends the game. Wow. That was some fun baseball to watch. Grantsburg picking off, Caleb Rombach picking off 2 guys at second base in the game. Really good pickoff move down to second. And that ends the game without having to pitch to Johnson there. So I didn't think we would be giving the GOAT chain to Caleb, but a complete game win, 8 strikeouts, 2 pickoffs. How many hits? Maybe 3 hits, 3-hitter to a good luck Frederic team. We're going to tally up some of that stuff. Chime in. Of course, Caleb's uncle is the only one who's been commenting, so he's probably going to vote for Caleb. But this one is not cut and dried. Cade had a good game. Riker had a hit, played pretty well behind the plate. Ryder, we talked about, good defense, got a hit. Levi got a couple of hits. Norman Jensen with a couple of really good plays at third base, outs at first. Henry Quintana, who batted for Norman, had a couple of hits. Dane Lazier played a good center field, hit well. Brock Matheny hit well, played just great out in left field. Brock Bonneville got a hit on a bunt, played a good right field. So I would say it's probably between Caleb and Dane, but since Caleb had he had a really good game pitching, Dane had a really good game overall. We'll make him break it like 3 hits?
3 hits, 2 walks.
3 hits, 2 walks, 2 hit batters. So there's a little bit of a tarnish with those hit batters. Walks, that happens, but both of his walks, too, I think were 4 balls in a row, which is just kind of crazy with how he pitched. But so, what's that?
Came in at insignificant.
Yeah. So anyway, it doesn't really matter. Grantsburg's happy to go to 4-0 now in the conference, and they now have a winning record overall. They've had, I think, they had played 6 games. They had 5 games postponed or canceled, and 6 games played coming into this one. Got this one in. Beautiful night. 4-3 the Pirates are. And there they go, taking their post-game run. So Grantsburg goes to 4-3 overall. Luck Frederic drops to 4-4 overall, 2-3 in the conference. A good team, obviously. Good pitching tonight from the Otters. Just didn't have quite enough tonight. Caleb is one of the better pitchers around, and they got to him a couple times, but the Pirates get the victory here in this one. So I think that is about it. We're going to call that a final. 6-2, Grantsburg wins. 3 hits for Luck. Frederic, did you count up how many Grantsburg had for hits?
I did.
It's going to be double-digit hits for Grantsburg. Dad's going to pull that out, and we're going to see how many hits the Pirates had. And we already know 6 guys got hits. I think we tallied that up after the 5th inning, so it would have probably just been the 6th inning. And I don't. So Dad's going to tally that up. Appreciate him coming up here and doing the book. It's always super helpful so we can get how the guys are doing. Taking another lap goes the sophomore. 10 hits for the Pirates. A double-digit hit day. And Pirates finally kind of break out of their shell in terms of at the plate. Pirates 6 runs on 10 hits. Oh, he's going to bail out there. Oh, no, he's picking up a ball or something. 6 runs on 10 hits. Luck Frederic, 2 runs on 3 hits. And that is going to do it. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here tonight for some West Lakeland baseball. Appreciate you being here. And for my dad, Tom, who did the book, my name is Bob Rombach. Thanks for watching, and have a great night, everybody.